result today for the Cobblers. What are your thoughts on events here at the county ground?
Yeah, it was tough to take. I feel that we had a strange 20 minutes there that really they capitalised on, and uncharacteristic defending there in the box on 4 occasions where it ricocheted on 4 different goals for them, and we didn't clear it properly, and it fell to them very kindly, and they put it in the net. And we go 2-1 up, and to concede straight away is probably the body blow, and then we concede a couple of times in that 20 minutes, and that was tough to take, really. But I feel that overall we should be better for that game. We needed a game. We were desperate for a game. 21 days not to have a game, and you've got players today that come out, and the first time they trained was yesterday. A couple
because of COVID.
Yeah, 3 on the bench that there's no way they could come on. But to have a couple of players join the group yesterday and start out there today, it's tough, but we have to do it. We have to get the momentum going and playing again. And I think your awareness is off, your timing's off for certain things, and it was very hard to get good preparation in. Very hard for the players. They're nowhere near conditioned, and I felt when we went 2-1 up, I felt, well, if we could see this out, we can work our subs well enough, but obviously just the goal to come straight after we scored was really disappointing, to be honest.
You've sort of answered this already, Jon, but just to confirm this, how much do you think COVID and the lack of action in the last 21 days was responsible for that collapse in the second half? I know you're not a guy to make excuses,
no.
But was that a factor, do you think, in the way that Swindon collared this game?
Look, we know how to defend better, and we know what to do. I would just say that overall your distances, your timing as a player, your awareness will be much better, but I'm not making that as an excuse today, no. But I'm just telling you where we're at as a group, and it's been tough. It's been tough. We never had the whole group together. That whole group, the first time they were together was yesterday. It's been bit part with everybody, but we'll be better for the game, at least. And it was important that in the end the subs got a good run as well.
And I guess it's a relief to get back to action. You've now got a week, of course, to prepare for the Crawley game. That's a chance to kind of reset and get those players who were not quite at the races today fully fit.
Yeah, look, you take the first half, and the way we stepped on the last 15 minutes of the first half, we were excellent, and we were really in the ascendancy of the game, weren't we? And then we came out and obviously scored, but you knew at some stage that it was going to hit us. They're probably better off for having the game 3 or 4 days earlier, yeah. And they've got their distances, their timing, etc. back probably a bit more, but that wasn't good in the end, because it didn't even recognise or resemble us, to be honest, and that was probably the most disappointing thing. That was the hardest thing to sit there and take, and that was obviously, I'd say, due to lack of fitness and conditioning, but look, we'll get that this week.
Just one other point about the manner of the defeat. Colin Caldwell was on the Cobbler show a couple of weeks ago, and he said that now that you're riding so high, you're staying second despite today's defeat, sides will really want to beat you perhaps that little bit more than they did before. You'll be kind of there to be taken down from your high perch. Was there a bit of that going on with Swindon today?
I think you're going to get that when you're up near the top. You're going to get that, and obviously you've got to be even better than what you were previous, and we've got to keep improving throughout this season, right to the very end. And obviously it's quite precarious before the game. You think, how are we going to look? How are we going to be? You set out and you do a day's session with the group, and it looked really good up until half time, and coming out for the first 5 minutes or so. But then it sort of all went in a mad 20 minutes, and obviously, look, I'm not gonna go over the top about that today. That's sort of unrecognisable to us and how we've been defensively. We've just got to get back doing what we do, doing the right things, and having a good week's work, and ready for Crawley at home on Saturday.
Well, let's talk about that. You've got the week to prepare for that game.
Yeah.
Any new injuries today? Kian Atete wasn't involved today. Any chance of him or any of the other sidelined players being available to you this time next week?
Yeah, I think Kian will still be a little while off yet, and that's where we're at with him. And you know, the rest of the group will. Scotty Pollock's tweaked his groin, and you know, we've had and just we've got to get everyone back and get them really well conditioned this week, and get us back where we can do some work, some organisational work, and really get us back on song on Saturday at home.
The transfer window opens now. John, can we expect to see any new faces through the door at Sixfields in the next few days? Are you planning anything along those lines?
We'd like to improve. We're working very hard on that, but it'll only be in certain areas, if we can, to try and really improve the group. So we'll see over the next month, really.
I'm sure one conclusion we'll all draw from today's match and from the current circumstances is that you just want to see the end of COVID, don't you? So that everything's a level playing field again, so that you don't have matches like this where that kind of the COVID cloud hangs over proceedings.
Probably as a whole world, and you know, here in the UK we're sort of learning to deal with it, and we're going to try and learn to deal with it. When it's hit us like it has, it's been very difficult to get any momentum in training, because you know, you have 6 or 7 train, and then you get 2 or 3 back, and then 2 more go down, and that's how the story, and that's how it's been. And then at one stage the whole coaching staff went down, and then you couldn't come in and train, you know, and you've got a bare minimum of numbers. And look, we're not trying to make an excuse about it. We're trying to plough on through. We're trying to get us back. We knew that may be a tough day today, but after 55 minutes, when we're 2-1 up, we felt, well, hold on a minute, if we could only keep going here. And you know, Jack Sowerby's head was pounded really bad at half time, and you know, he played on through. So I've got utmost respect and credit for my whole group, the way they put themselves on the line today to step out there. They were desperate to play, but they weren't anywhere near conditioned how we can get the level we can get them to. And look, we need a real strong week together this week, and I'm looking forward to getting hold of him and making sure we're ready to go next Saturday.
Final question, John. Is there an argument for just saying forget about football for a couple of weeks until this latest variance has passed by, and we can then start again? Because you know, we're seeing football matches postponed, and football matches like today, as I've said, affected by COVID.
It's tough for players, tough for families, tough for businesses, but I don't know, what are we going to do here? You know, another lockdown again, or do we stand up strong to it and push on through? You know, until the EFL tells us what we've got to do, we've got to do the best we can possibly do and keep going. I think to have, you know, close to 800 fans here was exceptional. I really appreciate that from our group of fans, and I know we haven't sent them home happy today, but they're out and they've come to watch the game. They've been, I don't know, they've shown their NHS passport to get in, and you know, doing all the right things. And you know, to have that, to have them coming out and enjoying a day out at football, I think people need that for their mental health and well-being. I think it you know, but unfortunately we couldn't give our fans what we wanted to give them today, but we appreciate all their efforts, and we just we'll do everything we can this week to give them a good moment next Saturday.
All right, John, thank you for your time. Thank you.